Hello and welcome to this beginner's guide series to graphic design. From what graphic design is, skills to be a graphic designer, design theory, education you need, equipment you need, to the graphic design portfolio and interview advice. This series is for anyone at any level, so if you're interested in graphic design and consider becoming a graphic designer, then join me as I discuss a series of graphic design topics. So the graphic part of graphic design is made up of visual elements, the building blocks of design. Through the harness of our artistic expression, we choose these visual elements and arrange them on a surface in a layout to convey an idea. The basic visual elements that combine to create graphic design include the following: line, colour, shape, texture, space, form and typography. Whatever work you produce, be it for a magazine, a poster, a website or an advertisement, these visual elements will play a part in your design. In this video, I'm going to discuss the fourth key visual element and discuss texture as a visual element in graphic design. In this video, I'll be referring to some visual examples. If you wish to take a closer look at these, you can find them in the downloadable PDF document that accompanies this series. Link is in the description. So texture is the way a surface feels or is perceived to feel. Texture is used to create a visual tone and can influence the look and feel of a piece of graphic design work. Texture is used to attract or repel interest to an element depending on the pleasantness of the texture. Now in design there are two types of texture: image texture and pattern texture. Image texture is generated from a combination of organic or geometric shapes and colour. Image texture can be simple or complex and generally appears random to create a particular look and feel. Image texture tantalizes the senses. The eye likes to look at image texture. Image texture can be like the sense of smell and touch. You can't see anything in particular in it, but overall it triggers feelings of emotions and sensations of touch. Now image texture can be environmental, biological or man-made. Here are some examples in the PDF of image texture. Environmental texture can be wood, grain, sand, water, stone, to the stars in the sky. Biological texture can be skin, fur, feathers and animal prints. Man-made texture can be paintings, illustrations, dyes, cloths, papers, typography, photographic effects and so on. Because of image texture's abstract nature with the ability to trigger feelings, emotions and excite the senses, image textures can be used to engage and add distinct visual tone to a piece of graphic design work. So next is pattern texture. Pattern texture is again generated from organic or geometric shapes and colour, though pattern texture is mostly manufactured. Patterns can be simple or complex, but unlike image texture that generally appears random, patterns appear more structured. Here are some examples in the PDF of pattern texture. Repeating a formation of shape and colour will result in a pattern texture. Repeating a logo in a formation will result in a pattern texture. Like image texture, pattern texture also tantalizes the senses, but in a different way. Patterns trigger our visual senses rather than emotional senses, perhaps because pattern is more structured and less abstract. Pattern is more about visual recognition due to the shapes that repeat themselves. Because of this, in design, pattern texture is used and works well as decoration. A good example of this is in branding. Pattern creates a very distinct look and feel, and because of its repetitive nature, a brand can use this visual design element as a way to decorate and make you remember their brand. Another example is gift wrapping paper. Now, have you ever asked yourself, why is gift wrapping paper mostly patterns rather than just a single image? And why do people spend so much money on it? One could conclude that the repetition of bright colours and images excite the visual senses. Often, a gift may lay in an environment for a while, awaiting to be opened, such as under a Christmas tree. The decorative nature of gift wrap serves as a prelude to the excitement of opening a gift. so the gift wrap could be considered as important as the gift itself. Now, some of the most iconic styles, eras of design, fashion trends and social movements have been defined by their textures. Examples being Bauhaus patterns, neoclassical patterns, Art Deco textures, psychedelic textures of the 70s, pop textures of the 80s and hip textures of the 90s. The list goes on. So that is the fourth key visual element in graphic design, texture. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button on my Facebook page. If you would like to see more videos like this in future, hit the subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Twitter at TastyTunes. In the next video, I'm going to talk about space as a visual element in graphic design. So see you in the next video.